Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. Actually, all of you are well known towards Nursi, but I come here from thousands of kilometers away to know towards Nursi, as well as his teachings, and to be a student of Risale-i. Firstly, I thanks to the Istanbul Foundation and the organizer committee, as well as my chair and the guest and the audience. And at best, I expose my pardon for my limitation, that means time limitation. Anyway, my article on Brotherhood in Islam and thoughts of Sayyid Nursi. Actually, before my lecture, that means Lebanon lecture, almost given all of my speech. In spite of this, I would like to share something among you. Mentionable that my article is divided into two parts. First of all, Brotherhood in Islam. Secondly, thoughts of Sayyid Bediuzzaman Nursi. Brotherhood, the adjoining association and tie that contract consign between two people throughout the route of their lifespan is that of brotherhood. Though the relationship amid a father and his kid is much stronger and powerful than the bonds of brotherhood, but this affiliation is one in which the two people are not on the same rank from the point of view of time, position, nature, and the level of that admiration. They are dissimilar. The only relationship that is in absolute expression of strong harmony, love, and affection is the one that exists between two people who are living on a same place in the life, and this is the relationship of brotherhood, of sisterhood. In this regard, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةٌ فَأَصْلِحُوا بَيْنَ أَخَوَيْكُمْ وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. Without doubt, the believers are brothers of one another. So then make peace and harmony between your brothers and have consciousness of Allah, so that maybe He will show you mercy. Conversely, when all of these small rivers unite to build one major body of water, then at this time they are capable to make thousands of kilowatts of electricity, and it is strong, this one large river, that thousands of hectares of land can be irrigated. Where do all these enormous rivers come from? They come about throughout the union of small drops of water that were once weedy and didn't have the capability to do anything on their own. Not only must the physical power of the people be made use of with everyone working towards one common goal. Rather, we must also look for support through the intelligence and talent of the members of the society. Throughout winning advice, working mutually, and accepting the opinions of others, we must eradicate the repulsive complexity that we face. The Holy Quran considers asking advice and changes one outlook as one of the uniqueness of a person with true faith. And the Quran said, وَالَّذِينَ اسْتَجَابُوا لِرَبِّهِمْ وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَأَمْرُهُمْ شُورَى بَيْنَهُمْ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And those people who respond to the call of their Lord and who uphold the salat and proceed in their activities through consultation with one another and give out in charity of that which we have granted to them. One of the supreme expression and manifestation of brotherhood is that a Muslim doesn't manipulate upon the life, status, and assets of his brother. This matter has been mentioned in one of the valuable pieces of advice from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which he delivered to the large gathering of people in Mina. In that congregation, he turned towards his accompanying persons and addressed them as such. Inna dima'akum wa amwalakum wa a'razakum alaykum haramun alaykum ka hurmati yawmikum hadha wa baladikum hadha wa shahrikum hadha. And then he said, Allahumma ballagtu, O Allah, you are witness, I will offer my all of best activities to preach the Islam. Then Rasulullah ﷺ said, Innamal mu'minuna fi tarahumihim wa ta'atufihim bimanzilatil jasadi idashtaka minhu udwun wahidun tada'a lahu sa'irul jasadi bil huma was sahar. That means Rasulullah ﷺ said, all peoples are equal, all peoples are a one body. If any part of the body is get any pain, all the body will get pain. Second part of Nursi's thoughts on brotherhood. You know, said Bediüzzaman Nursi was the wonder of all over the world. Nursi said towards brotherhood, nations are mistaken from the perspective of knowledge, which already said my honorable Lebanese professor. Nations are mistaken from the perspective of knowledge, love, and bad feeling are contradictory, like Islamic brotherhood and sisterhood, light and darkness, and so their true nature cannot be united as a single heart. If love is really felt in a heart, due to the preponderance of the reasons that endanger it, aggression expects the form of misperson. Believers should love and indeed to love their brothers and sisters in faith and be painted by any evil sin in them. Likely, I would like to enclose presently the Muslim of Rohingya. Everybody should to grow in their heart towards Rohingya Muslims. They should try to help them reform themselves only with greatness. Rasulullah ﷺ said, believers should not be angry with each other, nor refuse to speak to each other for more than 3 days. Brotherhood requires societal harmony and unity. If you are in the similar team as somebody also, you will think pleasant regarding him and so form an equally welcoming relation as you are controlled by one commandant. You know, Nursi believed that it is one kind of injustice to offer hostility to the believers. It is one kind of injustice. In this regard, he quoted verse of the Holy Quran, Innal insana lazalumun kaffar. That means, verily, man is given up to injustice and ingratitude. He said, Creator, owner, and God of believers is one and undivided, and several things are dissimilar among them. Prophet ﷺ said, Nursi said, religion and prophet, creator, all are same. Therefore, they should remove all kinds of evil doing to take unhindered brotherhood. He said, if you want to express aggression, he said, if you want to aggression, you can do this against inner enemy of your heart, and nafsi ammara, and its intention. So it is required to purify man's heart. Actually, Nursi realized according to hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu, that means Rasulullah said, al-hubbu lillah wal-bughzu fil al-hubbu lillah wal-bughzu fillah wal-hukmu lillah. That means loving for God's sake, disliking for God's sake, judging for God's sake. If anyone disregard these principles, attempts to do justice will result in injustice. There is an important fact. Imam Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu one time failed a non-believer in a war, and just as he was about to kill, the unbelievers spat at him, and Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu released him. When the unbelievers asked, why you release me? Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu replied, I was going to kill you for God's sake, but I became annoyed when you spat at me, and so my intention purity was clouded by my soul tendency. So I didn't kill you. The unbelievers replied, I spat at you so that you would become crazy and kill me immediately. If your religion is so pure and fair-minded, it must be the truth religion. How many times? How many? 1 minute, only one. Sorry. Lastly, I would like to say, my article I show some Islamic teachings of brotherhood, its importance of unity and self-sacrifice have been explored. It is evident that Islam has offered a unique teachings for human brotherhood and laid a greater emphasis on it. From the above discussion, it is also apparent that brotherhood is an utmost necessity for world civilization and development, and there is no alternative to it. It is also clear that Sayyid Bediüzzaman Nursi, a man of versatile knowledge, also called humans world over for building solid tie of brotherhood in his thoughts and works. His renowned book, Risale-i is such a torch-bearer works. In that work, he covered almost all issues of human development. All kind of inspiration and teachings are there in his treatise for reframing for all ill practice, clashes, blood criticism, and other evil works for the sake of building a peaceful Muslim world. I believe present situation of Rohingya Muslim, and presently Rohingya Muslims who are killed illegally by the Myanmar military forces and pushed in Bangladesh. At that time, all Muslims all over the world should help their hand to protect the Myanmar or Rohingya Muslims and enlightened to the teachings of Risale-i, that means teachings of brotherhood, that provides Bediüzzaman side Nursi emphasize for uniting all the Muslims in a word. And he showed the verses of the Holy Quran, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Thank you very much, all of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.